Well, welcome and thank you for joining us here at Science TV. Brief News. I am your host, Edna Kaindi. I'm a sign language interpreter voicing Esther Kendi. Welcome to the news updates. More than half of the current members of parliament are projected to lose their seats in the next general election, and that is according to an actuarial report of the House. The Speaker, Moses Wetangula, revealed the finding during the fourth legislative retreat in Naivasha, warning that a significant number of lawmakers may not see inside the next parliament. Wetangula told MPs to the projected turnover reflects political realities ahead of the 2027 elections. He urged colleagues to prepare for the life after Parliament, emphasizing the need to plan for financial security and contribute to the parliamentary pension scheme. The Speaker also highlighted ongoing discussion on pension reforms aimed at supporting former legislators. He said structured saving schemes and enhanced post-service benefits are crucial to ensure dignified livelihoods for MPs who may exit office in the next term. And away from that news update, the United Opposition Principal met with the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) at Anniversary Towers in Nairobi on Tuesday. The delegation was led by Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua, along other senior opposition figures. The meeting addressed preparation for the 2027 general election, and leaders raised concerns over continuous voters registration, where they claim of non-Kenyan enrollment and overall electoral integrity. The season reflects the coalition push for a coordinated approach and reform. Opposition principal emphasized the need for transparency to boost public confidence in the election. And away from that, the High Court in Nairobi has ordered Coptic Hospital and two fertility clinics to release all surrogacy records within 7 days after a couple allegedly lost their babies and allegedly said the baby was swapped at birth. The couple claims genetic tests suggest that the child is not biologically theirs, prompting urgent access to clinic files. The court set a strict 1-week deadline. The hospital have not commented, but lawyers are preparing to comply. Experts say the case exposes gaps in Kenya's surrogacy and IVF regulations. The High Court has dismissed a petition by survivors and families of the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombing in Nairobi, seeking compensation from the state. The court ruled the petitioners filed to prove that the government ignored prior intelligence that could have prevented the attack, which killed hundreds and injured thousands. In its judgment, the court noted that the evidence presented was mostly general, hearsay, and based on media reports rather than concrete intelligence. Lawyers from the state urge that no accountable or actionable warnings singled out the embassy as a target, and that the authorities acted reasonably given that the information available at the time. The decision highlights the challenges victims face when seeking state liability in terror-related cases, and lawyers for the petitioners are reviewing the ruling, which has reignited debate over government's accountability and compensation framework for victims of major attacks in Kenya. On other news, the Kenya Wildlife Service officers in Turkana County have arrested 3 suspects found in possession of 10 elephant trunks or tusks, 3 leopard skins, and several python skin, where the warden Chege confirmed. The seizure is part of the ongoing efforts to tackle wildlife trafficking in the region. The suspects are in custody as investigations continue into the criminal network believed to be behind the illegal trade. Warden Chege said intelligence-led operations remain central to KWS strategy to curb poaching and trafficking of endangered species. Authorities urge local communities to report any suspicious activity to assist in reporting the Kenya wildlife, and the investigation is ongoing with further arrests expected as KWS traces the network behind the illicit trade. And on to our final update, we have the United States has begun unfreezing Venezuelan funds that were previously restricted under sanctions, Interim President Delcy Rodriguez announced on Tuesday. The assets held in international accounts had been frozen since sanctions were imposed in 2019. Rodriguez said that the release marks a step forward in improving communication and cooperation between Caracas and Washington. Rodriguez described the funds as belonging to the Venezuelan people and indicated that they could be used for critical investment, including hospital equipment and medical supplies, and she did not provide details on the total amount being released, but stressed that the move signals a positive shift in relations between the two countries. The announcement follows ongoing dialogue between Venezuela's interim government and United States officials aimed at normalizing relations after years of economic restrictions. Expert says the thaw could pave the way for further cooperation, easing some of the financial pressure caused by sanctions and open channels for humanitarian and economic support. We've come to the end of the 4 p.m. brief news. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV News. I have been your host, Edna Kaindi, and my sign language interpreter voicing Esther Kindi. Enjoy the rest of the shows.